looks like it's recording. The red dot's on.
The red dot's on?
Okay.
I would think that we'd be able to see the thing in the bottom right, but okay. Alright, so Evan, we've got the kitchen written assignment here. Your scores: A is the reflective statement, that's out of 3 points. B is the understanding, that's out of 6 points. C is appreciation of author's choices, out of 6. D is organization and development, that's out of 5. And E is language. As far as the reflective statement goes, you've got some good points. I think the way that we're going to get the best recognition for them in each of these paragraphs is to put the speakers or the class or the discussion up in the kind of subject position.
Okay.
And just say, I learned, or, you know, the classmates discussed, or we talked about these things.
So recognize that we had a discussion.
Exactly. I mean, because that's the point of the reflective statement.
Right, got it.
Okay. Not as much summary of, you don't have to give us nearly as much of the actual connections, you know. Just kind of like the resilience, but the monk observation and the Japanese emotional stuff is good. So yeah, anyway, I think that just movement from kind of making it look like your analysis to it was the class's discussion would help. Okay. Now, as far as the essay goes, we're going to start right here.
With the conclusion.
With the conclusion. This is probably the best sentence in the piece, as far as really kind of capturing what you wanted to say or what you did say here. And that's probably one reason why the lowest score is the organization and development. We need this, and you need to move this to your introduction, okay?
I see, yep.
You spend a lot of time in the introduction kind of establishing very kind of passively what you're going to do, why dream analysis works, and this very general discussion of fear or comfort, themes regularly used to describe dreams. In literature, dreams are frequently used to fully analyze we can lose all of that, okay? And we just get straight into your thesis statement here, which is Yoshimoto uses dreamscapes to characterize, to analyze, or to develop, to represent a character's motivations using cultural references, to emphasize these points. And I mean, you've got the foreshadowing and the surreal tone are good as well. I mean, the ideas are solid. It's just that they're not very well developed, and they're not very well organized. And all of these scores will come up if you could refine your thesis a little bit, and then move it to up to the top here, okay? And so that we're going to just take it, we're going to follow your thesis rather than trying to follow anything else. The second part of this organization, the challenge here, is your movement from kitchen to moonlight shadow.
Okay.
And I would recommend that you just use separate paragraphs.
All right, I see.
You know, just make smaller paragraphs.
Got it.
And it really will help.
Just
immediately, just the ability to go, okay, we're shifting gears. We're talking about the other novella now. Okay. Now, as far as the improving the author's appreciation of author's choices.
Right.
Again, the way to the best, I think, realize it is explanation. And what you want to do is explain what's going on or what the author is doing. So to do that, to show that you're doing that, you need to put Yoshimoto in that subject position. So Yoshimoto uses Mikage's dream to help her rationalize staying with the Tanabes.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
That completely changes the tone of the paper and your degree of analysis. You know, it really moves it to what's going on and what the IB reader wants to see, which is how the author is doing something. And you're really close. It's just we got to take that step one more removed and say it's the author who's doing this.
Okay.
The author created this story in which there are characters that have dreams.
Okay.
Okay. So you're very close. It's just going to take one more
step backwards.
Yeah, exactly. One more removed from the rings, you know. Okay. I think that's probably the biggest issues. Two biggest issues would be, or three. We need that thesis statement up at the top.
Right,
we
okay.
need to divide the paragraphs based on each work, and then within each paragraph, the analysis is on what the author's doing. So we need to get Yoshimoto doing it. Yeah, I think that'll be a good start.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
What is this? What are you saying here when it's highlighted blue?
The blue, I think I was just breaking off because now we're talking Moonlight Shadow.
Okay.
Okay. Whereas before, here, this, interesting. This should be in blue.
So when we're
'Cause
talking
it's
about
Moonlight.
Moonlight Shadow, I should break it off completely from the.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If at the end of, short paragraph, you then have another very short paragraph of you making the connection, that's fine too.
Okay.
Okay? But at least for your next revision, that will help you organize your thoughts. And one of the final point that I need to make is you have some excellent ideas, but you've kind of jammed them up into like one sentence. Like here, this sentence here. Okay, so look how long this sentence is. Where does it start? Mikage's realization that she can never return to her comfortable past is also seen in her dream when, following the song, Mikage warns Yuichi that they might wake her grandmother. Immediately after this realization, Mikage is suddenly woken, which is a way for Yoshimoto to show that Mikage doesn't have any other family besides the Tsunabe's, who Yuichi in this scene is seen to be princely. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's like, it's not just, the run-on, yeah, but there's like 6 things in there, or at least 4, that really deserve and need to be explained fully. You've got some good insight. You're making some really good points, but they're so jammed up. It just sounds like,
Okay.
crazy talk.
Yeah.
but this is development, appreciation of author's choices, knowledge and understanding, even use of language. That one sentence, if you unpack that.
So they can all be benefited by the organization.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. because I mean, really, I mean that this sentence is almost the best example of your dream analysis. This is the dream analysis, and you know, this is really what we want the entire section on kitchen to be about, is analyzing this dream.
I see.
So, you know, take this apart. I mean, each one of these points could be used to support the other paragraphs, the foreshadowing,
Yeah, I see.
philosophical ideas, connection to the past, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to shut this thing off.